got this urine soaked wool rug here, and the customer wanted me to go over it real quick with steam cleaning, and without thinking about it I went ahead and went over it, and as soon as I got wet I was like, uh-oh, of course it's going to start reeking and smelling, and the only option at that point is just to rinse all the urine out of there. However, we do not have a submersive bath or anything like that for cleaning area rugs, because we are a non-fancy pants rug cleaning station here at Howells Carpet Cleaning. So we kind of do this the garage style way. What we are going to do is we're going to run the garden hose up here, and this driveway is slightly slanted going off to the sewer grate or whatever is collecting the water. So we're going to go ahead and run water on this and soak it very thoroughly, rinsing that urine out. And we're also going to take this brush here to help push water out and through that rug, just to give it a real good rinse. Upon that, we're going to pick up this this tarp. We're going to grab it and just drag it back inside here and allow it to dry in the warehouse here. And then we'll begin our dusting process, which is to go through and get rid of all the debris and things out of there. And then finally, there is the truck mounted steam cleaning over there, Howells Carpet Cleaning. Yes, my website got hijacked by Asians, and the tape is covering up the original website. Until things heat up a little bit more, we can apply some heat with the hair dryer and peel those letterings off. It's just gonna have to stay like that for a little bit. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and turn on the water and give this guy a good rinse. Alright, this thing has been very thoroughly soaked, just running water over it with a garden hose. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our knapsack or broom. I suppose it would probably help if I had like one of those carpet squeegees. It might help to push out a little bit extra water. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take it and use it to push the water out. And you can see all that foam, that's just urine that's coming out of the carpet. So we're probably going to take this process 3 or 4 times just to push out as much of that urine as we possibly can. In fact, the more that we go over it, the less and less urine that we're going to see coming out of it, and that will be an indicator that we are in fact getting all that urine rinsed out of the rug. Alright, so we've saturated this rug about 4 times and gone ahead and used that brush to push the water out. And right now I'm just kind of using a sprayer to kind of go over and push out some more of that foam, because there's, along with the urine, there is a lot of home remedy stuff that is in the residue and things like that that's in the carpet as well. So we're also pulling out, rinsing out soap and things that are in the carpet, which may or may not affect our chemistry that we're going to use to clean, but it's best just to get all that stuff out of the rug as we possibly can. Now, there's absolutely no rocket science to this. However, there is quite a bit of work involved with getting the rug completely cleaned and dried up and everything. And just like anybody could go to Home Depot and rent or buy a power washer and power wash the driveway. However, compared to a professional that does it on a daily basis, you are not going to nearly get the speed that he's going to be able to get it done with nearly the thoroughness that a professional is able to do, because they've got all kinds of secrets and patterns and things that they run on your carpets or on the driveways and cleaning pavements and things like that. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and YouTube it and watch a couple of videos, and you'll be amazed at how much science there is behind power washing, pressure washing, and that applies to carpet cleaning as well. It looks easy. Oh, I can do it myself. Sure, you can, but you're probably going to be wasting, it's probably going to take you 2 or 3 times longer to achieve the same thing that a professional is able to achieve, and not nearly the same quality. Okay, we are finished with the front side. We flipped it over and went to the back. I kind of wish I would have shown you the back before we started rinsing it out. This was all urine back here, so our rinsing is doing a really good job of just getting the urine out of there. There were a couple spots of urine in there that just rinsed right out with water, so We're going to take the same process as the front, probably do this a couple times, using that nap setter just to push the water out of the rug. And then once that process is complete, we're going to go ahead and fire up the truck and just use the suction to recover as much of the moisture as we can. It's going to be sopping wet, but we do have that big air mover back there, giant blue fan, that we will set up on this rug here to help expedite the drying process. So I'm using the water claw here kind of as a test, litmus test I guess, to see how much water or moisture we're able to extract from the rug. And judging by the amount of water that you see coming through there right now, I think we did a pretty darn good job of just washing it out on both the front side and the back side. So I'm going to get ready to go ahead and drag this bad boy inside and set up the fan. Okay, now we've taken our air mover and we've set it up pretty much right in the center of the rug. This is a pretty powerful, large quantities of air that it pushes through. So the idea is that the rug will begin to dry from that center point out, drying it all the way down to the backing. So that's the science behind that. So we're going to let that sit for, it's probably going to need a good 24 hours to clean it all out, or to dry it all up. But once it is, we will then take a look at it. I'm very surprised I don't really see any discoloration due to urine or anything in there. I will examine it for any malodorous issues that may occur. One thing with wool is that they do hold, because of the thickness of the rug, generally for manufacturing purposes, they are pretty thick and they do hold a lot of moisture. So if you don't get them dry fast enough, you will get a little bit of malodorous odor, or even a little bit of surface mold beginning to form. And that can easily be reversed with a little bit of back out enzyme cleaner. I've done it multiple times. It always does a really good job. It helps deodorize and sanitize everything, as well as making it all clean. So what we're going to do is just let this sit here and dry, and then we will take a look at it and see what needs to be done next. Alright, so we allowed this guy to dry really well with our air blower, air mover, got it down there, got it all dried up. One of the reasons why I prefer, I dry these after I give them a rinse, is because our pre-spray solution that we're going to use now is not going to be all saturated with a wet rug. 100% of the ability of that pre-spray is going to go straight down onto that wool rug, and it's going to do its thing. And for agitation purposes, we are going to use a Grundig Groom style grooming on this thing. We're not going to pull out a C or B because I don't want to agitate it anymore and pull out any unneeded fibers that don't need to come out.